Pat, turning overseas, Christians in Jerusalem are cheering Trump's decision. As Chris Mitchell reports, some see the president's announcement as one more step towards Israel fulfilling a prophecy.
The United Nations Security Council met on Monday to reverse President Trump's decision to recognize Jerusalem as Israel's capital. It's the latest development in a long history involving the Holy City. In 1980, Israel passed the Jerusalem Law. It designated Jerusalem as the eternal, undivided capital of the Jewish state. Then, in protest, the nations of the world moved their embassies from Jerusalem to Tel Aviv. But later that year, a group of Christians founded the International Christian Embassy, Jerusalem.
They said we need to act and we need to establish an international Christian embassy, Jerusalem, in order to show the whole world that no matter what our governments are doing, there are Christians around the world which do believe in God's covenants and faithful promises to the Jewish people. And that was our founding hour.
In 1995, ICEJ Vice President David Parsons helped write legislation known as the Jerusalem Embassy Act, destined for the U.S. Congress.
And we said three things, Chris: recognize Jerusalem as the capital, move the ambassador there immediately, and then worry about building a building. But as the bill went through Congress, it got changed to build the building first. And now, 22 years later, after all these delays and waivers, it is back to our order.
Both men see Jerusalem as being on a 50-year cycle known in the Bible as Jubilee, where every 50th year is a year of liberty and restitution. 150 years ago, British archaeologist Charles Warren discovered the original city of David. 50 years later, in 1917, General Edmund Allenby captured the city of Jerusalem, ending 400 years of Muslim Ottoman rule. In 1967, Israel recaptured the old city in Temple Mount for the first time in more than 2,000 years. Then came 2017.
We believed God would do something significant this year here in Jerusalem. And lo and behold, at the end of the year, your government, Donald Trump, the American government, decided to recognize Jerusalem as the capital and also move the embassy here.
Something new and exciting is happening for Jerusalem itself that propels it, releases it further into its prophetic destiny.
Now there's the hope more nations will follow Americans' lead and move their embassies.
We're hearing word Guatemala may come back, Tanzania, the Philippines. You can start listing off some of these countries that we hope they have the courage to follow the lead of the American administration now to return to Jerusalem.
They feel it's critical for Christians around the world to pray for Jerusalem.
The violence that's been threatened, that God, in a year of favor, in a year of Jubilee, that He would take care of that. We've been praying that here in Jerusalem, any fire, any anger would be doused.
But also I do believe we need to pray for the Arab world. You see all the unrest that you have on the Arab streets around the world. In a way, you see the sense of delusion and deception on the Arab streets, where they feel that this is a city that has no connection whatsoever to the Jewish people.
We need to keep praying that this would be a unified city.
Chris Mitchell, CBN News, Jerusalem.